Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guide. This is episode number 14 of the 3D first person shooter series. And in today's video what we are gonna do is we are gonna make our game look a little better by adding a couple of effects to it. So to get started, one thing that I would like to do is I would like to add a glow to this cube over here. So how are we gonna exactly do that? Well, let's just go ahead and select the material of that cube by selecting this cube here. And you can see that basically this is what it looks like, and you can see that we have got an emissive material here. I'm going to turn on emissive intensity. I'm going to make the color of it absolutely red, and once I have done that, I can increase the intensity, and I can keep increasing it, and I can increase it to something like 10,000, or maybe 2,500, or maybe just 2,000, 20,000, sorry. 20,000 seems fine, or 15,000 actually is enough. But you can see that this doesn't seem to quite glow. It does change a little bit, I do admit that, but it doesn't quite seem to glow. For that, we should add an effect here called bloom. The first thing you need to do is go under volume and add in a global volume to your scene. And what you need to do is just go under the volume profiles and hit new. And you can go under and add overrides, and you can see there are a bunch of things there that we could have had. We can add like ambient occlusion if you want to, and you can increase the intensity of this light, and you can see that this is what it looks like. Now we're at this end. We will study these later, but first let me add an effect called bloom. Now as soon as I add that, I'm going to turn on the quality here and make it around high. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the threshold and the intensity and the scatter. Make sure that the threshold is set to something like 0.9 or even 1. And then we need to make sure that the intensity is also set to, well, you can set it to whatever you like. I'm going to set it to the maximum of 1. You cannot set it to greater than 1 because, well, 1 is the maximum. And now you can see that this does seem to be glowing a little bit. If I increase the intensity to something like 5500, then you can see exactly how it is glowing. So you can see that is working, and it is glowing. And if you were to change the exposure rate, it might start to kind of look extremely weird if that doesn't work, of course. So you can set it to 0.9, and that's pretty kind of problematic, even 0.9. So yeah, you need to make this sure that this is 1. There are other settings that you can kind of play around with, but you can see that this is basically adding a little bit of glow to our cube, which is pretty nice. So now we can start to add glow to our guns as well, because of course that's something that I want to add. And how are we exactly going to do that? Well, let me just go ahead and, by the way, make sure that the global volume is at 000. Doesn't matter, but I kind of like to have it at 000. You can set it to whatever you want. I mean, it's global. If you make it a local global matter, then you need to add like a box collider, and it would only affect in that collider, which can be nice for some things, but we are going to keep it global. And yeah, that's it. That's nice. You can also add lens dirt here, by the way, if you have a texture, but I currently don't have a texture. I'm not going to do that. Anyways, let's go under and add a bloom effect to our guns as well, because currently they don't have that. If you remember, when we imported the guns, we did change the materials and added a little bit of emissive intensity to them, but the intensity was way too little. So let's open a pistol, and you can see the intensity is merely like 5, and by the way, change that to nits, it's 4, and just change that to something like 10,000 or maybe 2,500. Once you have done that, what you can do is you need to just play the game and just see how great that looks. What you should see is that you get a glowing gun, kind of. Yeah, it's actually not glowing that much for some reason. Maybe we have got okay. Let me pause, and then let me turn off this, and then let us face some other direction than the sun, because looking at the sun is not good. And let me go in here, and well, we've got the emissive map here, and let me change this emissive intensity, add one more 0 to it, and yeah, that is a lot better. and you can see that this is what it looks like. It's extremely good looking, and you can see that we have basically got like an emissive gun now, and that looks pretty awesome. So yeah, that's pretty amazing, and we can basically do the same for all of our other guns. So just go under the heavy gun, go under materials, select the heavy material, and make sure that you have got the using emissive intensity, and you have got something like a 25 this. Yeah, that's pretty appropriate. Turn around and you can see that this is the part that is actually emissive. And then you can go under rifle, and for that you can do the same. Just add a little bit of emissiveness to it. Just look at the material preview down below. It is actually showing you how emissive it is. And they just go under sniper as well and select that, and we can do the same thing for the sniper. You can add different intensities to different things if you want. I'm going to add an extra bit of intensity to the sniper. Let me just drag the sniper into the scene. We'll go into scene view, drag the sniper into the scene. Yeah, that's what. Okay, it's let me just select the sniper and let's move it to the left a bit. Okay, so yeah, you can see that is what the sniper looks like, which is pretty interesting. And you can see that this is like emitting hair light, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, now we have got this done, and that means that we have got like a pretty good system for bloom and other effects. And of course you can add more effects if you want in here. Nothing stops you from doing that. You can even add like an HDRP sky if you want to, or you can add a little bit of fog here, and you can enable the fog. And then if I go under again view, you can decrease the distance here to something like 10, which is not nice at all. This is better made for places which are not so visible. This doesn't look too good here. We might add fog here later, but this is pretty much it. You can use these global volumes to add as many effects as you want, and we are going to add more effects in the future videos as well. So yes, stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next video, in which I have a plan for starting working on multiple weapon and switching. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.